Hi, welcome back to my channel. You might notice the lighting is a little different. I kind of decided that it was time to move up a little bit in my lighting capabilities. So what I did was I bit the bullet and bought an Amaran Aputure P60C light panel. Which, if you have looked at the reviews, you know it's a really capable panel. Puts out a lot of output, and it's not horribly expensive. It's like around $350. And I also bought two of the Aputure MC mini lights, which, if you compare this to the previous videos I've done, the quality of the light back there on my backdrop is just so much more vibrant than the lights that I was using before. The other really cool thing is that I can control these lights from my iPad or on my iPhone using the Sidus link. So if I want to change the color of, say, that light, I can do that just by hitting this, and I can actually type in color intensity and saturation. So it's really very, very cool. I can control the main light. So if I just move out of here and go to my main light, and let's just say I want to make it look like I'm in a thunderstorm, I can do that. All I have to do is go to the effects and hit play, and whoa, it's kind of fun. I don't know how useful this is going to be going forward, but hey, it came along with the package. Okay, let's stop that and go back to white light, and whoops, I messed that up. There we go. And I'm back. You can even do things like go back to this light over here, and there's a cop car effect. This is kind of fun. I gotta go through, where is it? Cop car. Hit start. You know, I haven't been pulled over since I was in my 30s. You're turning into the careful old guy. Yeah. So anyway, that's going forward. Kind of nice to have this capability. I also have a reflector over here because I do have the softbox and grid that came with the P60C, which might have a little to do with how intense the color in the background is, because I've got it set so that it's not spilling a lot of light past me. The only thing I have here that is not controlled from the computer is I have an older light panel that I'm using for kind of a hair light, rim light. It's now spring, which is nice. We've had some really pretty horrible weather for a few weeks, but this week we've had a couple days that are really nice. So over the weekend I went to the Salt Creek Woods nature area. That day was still a little bit raw and blustery and gray, but what was really cool is the chorus frogs are out. So we have the western chorus frogs here, and they make a racket. So there are these vernal pools and wetlands, and the chorus frogs are tiny, and the interesting thing about them is you can hear them, but it is really hard to actually see them. So I just grabbed some video with my phone and got the sound. A couple days later, Monday morning was just really nice and sunny, and I was in our bedroom and I heard a cardinal outside. So I have this little rule that if you hear or see something outside and you run to grab your camera and change lenses, by the time you get back, that's going to be gone. Not in this case. I got some nice shots of the cardinal and some good footage as well. And yesterday I went to downtown Oak Park. We have a nice little park called Austin Gardens in downtown Oak Park. And we have a pair of red-shouldered hawks that are nesting there. much to the dismay of the local gray squirrel population. But that's okay, we got too many of those, so what the heck. Austin Gardens also has a small nature area with a lot of native wildflowers. Well, this time of the year, most of the flowers coming up are cultivated flowers like crocuses and Siberian squills, which interestingly are not from Siberia. They're actually native to Turkey and the Caucasus. So I use a variety of lenses to do flower shots. With the last few days, I used the Lumix 42.5 f1.7 with a little close-up attachment I have mentioned previously. But also, I will use the Lumix 100 to 300, which you might think, oh, for flowers. You know, actually, because it has a close focusing distance of about 1.5 meters, which is, it's right around 5 feet, you can actually get some really nice flower shots, and with larger insects like butterflies, it's also a very good lens for that. One thing to do when you're shooting flowers is don't just stand up and shoot down at them. Utilize the flip screen that most cameras have and get down low. And of course you can use touch autofocus to touch a spot on the screen and frame it so that a particular flower is in that spot. So, you know, it's just pretty easy to lean over, bend down, and grab those shots. You can even rest the camera on the ground. So you get a different perspective than if you're standing up and shooting down. So here's a little slideshow I put together of shots I've done over the last few days. So have a look. So there are some shots from the last few days, and I hope this inspires you to go out and start doing some photography now that the weather in the northern hemisphere at least is getting better. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. If this was helpful or inspiring, hit that like button. It helps me. I'd really appreciate it. I'm Todd Banner, and I will see you next time.